Braddock cheering section. With us is the Bobcat mascot. What's your name?
Pius Hager Jr.
Pius, I got to ask you, where'd you get your uniform?
I know a couple of mothers made it from Braddock.
It looks like it. Can the Bobcats pull this thing out?
Oh, yeah, you betcha we can.
All righty, let's go.
Play good far fourth quarter.
Okay, let's go back upstairs.
Okay, Don, thanks. Kirk, we're seeing a pattern here that is very familiar to fans of Marion Montpelier. They have had some ball games this year, especially in the regional tournament, where it's been a 2-point game, a 4-point game, both against Milner in the semifinals and Lidgerwood in the regional finals. They were tight games, but they surged in the third quarter, and that's what happened here tonight as Marion Montpelier outscored Braddock 21-12 in the third quarter. So there's definitely a pattern there.
Braddock had their closest game in the regional against Gackle, coming from behind to win by 1 in the last second, so they're very capable of that. Laurelyn Van Bruggen has her shot blocked by Nadine Schmidt. We've got a foul. That one's going to go against Marion Montpelier. Goes against Van Bruggen.
Nice job defensively there by Nadine Schmidt to come around from behind and block the shot. Ends up going their way.
An 8-point deficit that the Bobcats are trying to make up. Here goes Nadine around, down to Carrie Eberhardt. That one comes up short. Barb Schmidt with a rebound. She's got a break going. She's got Nadine right with her, though. Good job of hustling back by Braddock, and Marion Montpelier will set up. Into Lisa Olson. She goes to Van Bruggen. That one comes off. Barb Schmidt with the rebound. That one short. Van Bruggen. We're going to have a foul on Shelley Mock.
And it will go on Mock. Battling underneath along with Laura Lynn Van Bruggen for the rebound. Eagles will inbounds underneath their own bucket.
Carrie Eberhardt picks the ball off. Goes back over to Braddock. Serena Mock back in the ball game now. She got some instruction at the quarter break from Coach Del Swalene. He brings her back in the ball game to run the show from the top. Here goes Nadine. She'll look into Nadine again against Van Bruggen. What a turn. But it comes off, and a good rebound by Lisa Olson.
Marion Montpelier has been controlling the boards here in the second half.
They really have, and that's been a key to their 8-point lead right now. 6:50 left to go in the game. Lisa Olson puts her up. Again, that comes off. And Shelley Mock gets the rebound. This is Clarice Boline bringing it up the court. Braddock will set up in their half-court offense.
This is our third time down the court to try to get the margin cut to 6. Let's see what happens.
Shelley Mock will shoot that one. Again, it comes off the front of the rim. And again, the rebound to Lisa Olson. Barb Schmidt with the ball. 47-39 is the score. Marion Montpelier on top. Abby Bart shooting. That off the back of the iron. All of a sudden, both teams are going a little cold. We've gone primarily the whole way with 5 players.
That's right.
Each team has used a 6. There's Nadine Schmidt, and count it.
Took them 4 times down the court, but the Bobcats pull within 6 with 5:50 left.
I have Nadine for 28 right now. There's Barb Schmidt with a nice shot.
She's warming up outside now, getting some confidence after those 3-pointers. 49-41, Marion Montpelier with the lead.
Boline looks inside, tipped away by Barb Schmidt. Nice job, Jolene Schultz with the ball on the break. She'll take it in. No, it comes off. And we've got a foul after the play. I think that's going to go against Serena Mock. Foul goes on Nadine Schmidt. Forgive me.
That's her third personal foul. 5:25 left in the fourth quarter. It's Marion Montpelier 49, Braddock 41. You're watching the Class B Girls Basketball Tournament on the North Dakota.
Guess what? MDU is in the appliance business with Hot Point appliances on sale now. Like a Hot Point Counter Saver microwave oven, now only $389. A 15 cubic foot Hot Point chest freezer, only $349. And a Hot Point laundry repair sale, only $699 for a Hot Point washer and dryer. Delivery? You bet. With the utmost care on both delivery and installation for a nominal fee. Check with your MDU representative. Stop in at your MDU office and save.
We're KFYR TV5, and we're the #1 rated news team in North Dakota. Our advantage lies in having news people who know North Dakota and its people. Together, the people of our news team have over 100 years of experience in reporting on North Dakota politics, agriculture, and weather. Our anchors, reporters, and photographers have the knowledge and background to give you the best news coverage. KFYR TV5, #1 in news and looking out for you.
Nadine Schmidt picking up her 3rd personal foul. Just a little shove underneath there on Barb Schmidt, but they know each other well. Nadine went and helped Barb up off the court. A lot of mutual respect between Barb and Nadine Schmidt.
2 excellent basketball players. Barb Schmidt, you're looking at her right now. She has 15 on the night so far, 9 of those by three-pointer. Here's another try. That one rooms off, but Laura Lynn Van Bruggen is there for the rebound.
Again, the boards playing in the factor of Marion Montpelier here in the second half, Kirk.
Inside we go to Lisa Olson one more time. She goes back out to Abby Barch, who's been relatively quiet as of late, as Barb Schmidt has really picked up the scoring. There you see Schultz putting one up high off the rim. Another rebound, but stripped of it is Nadine Schmidt. Watch her go, coast to coast, up and in, and a foul.
If you're going to show a highlight tape on Nadine Schmidt to summarize her abilities, you might want to take that play from court to court. She starts it with a defensive play. We pick it up here. Watch her move in quicker than Schultz. Moves in. She knows she had Schultz on the line for a possible foul. She made Jolene Schultz commit that foul.
And you see how she turned her body also to the side, so there was no way that ball was going to be blocked. She converts the three-point play. 49-44. 5-point lead for Marion Montpelier.
Big three-point play there.
29 for Nadine now. We have 4:40 left to go in the game. Barb Schmidt for 3.
Schmidt now with Barb with 18 points on the night, and that's 4 three-pointers. Back to an 8-point lead for Marion Montpelier.
Nadine, you know where she's going, right down to Carrie Everhart. And that time it comes off. Here's Justin with the call. It remains in possession of the Braddock Bobcats. 52-44. Marion Montpelier on top. Braddock with the ball. Sharma Hager is now back in the ball game. She has come in replacing Clarice Pauline. And there you see Nadine go up for 2 more.
Up and over Laura Lynn Van Bruggen. Van Bruggen definitely has the height advantage there, but she couldn't do anything about it.
52-46. 4 minutes left to go in this game. The Eagles on top of the Bobcats. Here's Abby Barch shooting from her spot. That one rolls off. Nice rebound by Shelley Mock. Quickly to Nadine, and here we go. We're rushing down the court. Nadine will take it. You bet. Give it to her.
Jolene Schultz didn't even commit to her that time. Did you see that? She laid off Schmidt.
She let her have it.
Bob Thorson wants a timeout. Marion Montpelier's lead is down to 4 with 3:44 left. Stick around. It's going to be a dandy finish.
Be a wheel watcher, yeah, be a wheel watcher tonight.
There's nothing like being a wheel watcher.
The wheel never looked better. More prizes, more puzzles, and bigger money.
When we say big money, we mean
bigger money.
Join the excitement. Be a wheel watcher.
Say that again.
Be a wheel watcher, yeah, be a wheel watcher tonight.
Weekdays at 6:30 on KFYR TV5.
6 months ago, this guy didn't even know his own name.
That's right.
Bullies would come up to him on the beach, throw him a few questions. He'd be totally humiliated.
It was a bad scene.
But then, I started him on a regular program of Jeopardy. We started out light, working on answers, hitting the button. Soon he had mastered the audio daily double. He was an inspiration to us all.
Someday, I'll make it to Final Jeopardy.
Sure you will, kid.
Weekdays at 5 on KFYR TV5.
Well, the Marion Montpelier fans hopefully are watching back home and across the state. Hope you folks are enjoying our statewide coverage tonight. It's been a beauty of a game, Kirk.
Hope you've already gone and got your popcorn and your pop, because you're going to want to stay with us here for the rest of this one. 3:37 left. A 4-point lead, and Barb Schmidt shooting again. Rolls off the rim. Abby Barch with a nice rebound, puts her up and in. Barch is having herself an excellent game. It's now 54-48 for the Eagles. Serena Mock almost loses it, and she ends up walking with it. Nice job by Jolene Schultz again. Quick hands. Been doing it all night.
Very quick hands. She doesn't have outstanding speed, you know, but her hands are quick. She's in there and bats the ball away.
A little over 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. Marion Montpelier on offense. They're looking inside. They've gone down to Lisa Olson all second half, go in and out.
They draw the defense down is what they're doing. Olson isn't taking the shot, but they're throwing it down there, and 3 Braddock people will come on her then.
There's Barb Schmidt again. Schmidt now has 20 in the ball game. 56-48, it's back up to 8. Nadine drives the baseline, up and in.
What a beauty of a drive. Getting around Lisa Olson and then taking it in for the easy 2. 56-50. Marion Montpelier on top. 2.5 minutes left in the state championship ball game. This is Barb Schmidt out on top. Jolene Schultz into Laura Lynn Van Bruggen, down to Lisa Olson, and she puts it up and in over Shelley Mock and Carrie Eberhardt. One of the few times that she has shot when she's gotten the ball down low this half.
58-50, again an 8-point deficit. Nadine Schmidt driving one more time. That one's blocked. And the Bobcats will retain possession. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left to go in the ball game. An 8-point deficit for Braddock to make up. Carrie Eberhardt tosses it in to Clarice Boline. She hits it.
Not a lot of offense out of Boline tonight, but that's a big bucket with 1:57 left.
And here's a press. Braddock with the press. Nadine reaching around. She wasn't able to get anything of it. A little bit of double team. Again, Nadine reaching. Schultz is going to go in. And there's a foul. The foul is going to go against Carrie Eberhardt on Laura Lynn Van Bruggen.
Well, I just saw Bob Thorson. He was pointing his index fingers to his head. I'm sure he was looking at Jolene Schultz, taking a big gamble, trying to dribble through that zone press. It worked there, but he's talking to her now and going, now let's try to move the ball up the court, passing the ball in that situation.
Van Bruggen gets the first one. Second foul on Carrie Eberhardt. Nobody really in foul trouble to speak of in the last minute 46 of play.
Van Bruggen 68% from the free throw line on the season.
And the second one comes off, and the rebound comes down to Serena Mock. 59-52, a 7-point margin. Every possession for Braddock counts now. Every possession is important. Nadine drives to the bucket and puts it in.
Bangs off a couple defenders, keeps her eyes toward the bucket, and in for 2.
5-point lead for Marion Montpelier. They break the press. A nice job by the Eagles. Minute 23 left. Jolene Schultz into Van Bruggen. Again, Nadine blocks her from behind. And the Bobcats get the ball as it goes off one of the Eagles. A minute 15 left.
Second time we've seen her block from behind late here in the fourth quarter, and both times they've gotten the ball out of it.
Here she goes one more time, Dan, down the lane and off this time. But the rebound inside and a foul. Fouls against Barb Schmidt, and Clarice Boline is going to go to the line.
And Braddock wants a timeout to talk about their strategy in the final minute and 4 seconds. It's Marion Montpelier 59, Braddock 54. Don't leave your chair, folks.
Building and construction professionals depend on Northwest Industrial Supply for quality tools and materials. When you need spray paint, buy the best, Krylon. Krylon Fast Dry Spray Paint products can save you real dollars. With Krylon, there's no brush to buy, clean, or discard. No mixing. Use what you need and store the rest. Krylon interior, exterior enamel is fast-drying paint available in many colors. Krylon is made with the user in mind and is definitely easier to use. Krylon for all the small jobs and some of the big ones, too. Available from Northwest Industrial Supply in Bismarck.
Get into the swing.
The runs, the hits, the errors.
They're right.
The fun of the feud and the best out of 5.
It's the L.A. Dodgers versus the Oakland A's in the Family Feud World Series rematch.
Catch up on the hot dogs.
Talk about your screwball.
That's baseball's best. Hit the feud for Major League action. World Series week only on Family Feud.
Catch it.
Weekdays at 4:30 on TV5.
1 minute 4 seconds left to play for the state championship of girls Class B basketball in North Dakota. 59-54. The Marion Montpelier Eagles lead Braddock. Nadine Schmidt with 37 points on the night, Dan Hammer.
Clarice Boline on the year, Kirk, not a great free throw shooter, 33%.
Clarice is going to get 2 from the line this time. She was in the act of shooting.
Look at
She
that.
gets the first one.
She looked like Cool Hand Luke on that free throw. 33% baloney.
Here you see a good look at the senior guard. Of course, all 4 of these starters for Braddock, 4 besides Nadine Schmidt, were new starters this year. Clarice gets the second one. Nadine, the only returning starter for the Bobcats this year.
Here comes the pressure by Braddock. We're under a minute. 59-56, Marion Montpelier.
Good job of breaking it, done by the Eagles. Laura Lynn Van Bruggen with the ball. We're down to 50 seconds. They'll be content to hold it.
They'll try to get the ball into the hands of Barb Schmidt as much as possible.
Down low to Lisa Olson. She'll shoot. It's partially blocked by Nadine Schmidt. A double dribble called on Van Bruggen. A big turnover, Dan.
Van Bruggen made the rebound, but then committed a mental mistake. The double dribble as she was trying to get the ball into Barb Schmidt's hands. And then there's another timeout as Braddock wants to talk it over again. 59-56. Braddock's going to get the ball, and you know that Nadine Schmidt will be going to the hoop.
You know, Dan, we've done a lot of talking about Nadine Schmidt. She came into this game with 2,416 career points, and that is after the 2 games here in the tournament. She has 37 tonight. She is behind Whitney Meyer from Rolla, of course, the great All-Stater. She has 24.92. So Nadine was about 76 behind coming into this game, but she has had a great game. Laura Hummel from Hague. These are our unofficial stats, but we think they're pretty close. Laura Hummel from Hague, the all-time leading scorer in the history of North Dakota girls basketball with 2,809 points in her career. But Nadine Schmidt right behind Whitney Meyer on the all-time scoring list for North Dakota girls basketball.
Well, watch the Schmidt girls, because there's no doubt about it in the final 39 seconds of this game as we play the final 39 seconds. It's both teams are going to get the ball in the hands of the Schmidts. Nadine Schmidt for Braddock and Barb Schmidt for Marion Montpelier.
Here we go. 37 seconds left to go in the game. Serena Mock with the ball. Into Nadine Schmidt. Nadine will drive. She'll pull up. She'll shoot. She'll score. 59-58. Here's the press. 24 seconds left. Nadine reaches. She commits the foul.
Nadine's 4th, which is no factor at all. 23 seconds left in the game. Barb Schmidt will go to the free throw line. Barb on the regular season shot 77% from the free throw line. Here in the tournament, heading into this game, she was a perfect 100% from the free throw line.
So what you're telling me is she's not the exact one that Braddock would rather send to the line, although it comes off. And the rebound comes down to Carrie Eberhardt. Here's Braddock's chance. 17 seconds left. They trail by 1. Nadine Schmidt with the ball. She gives off to Serena Mock. Into Nadine again. 10 seconds. Nadine shoots. She scores. 7 seconds left. Braddock with a 1-point lead. Timeout on the court. 6 seconds left. Marion Montpelier takes the timeout. 60-59 Braddock. Dan, what about that?
Well, I guess it's the old jinx. We talked about Barb Schmidt, her outstanding free throw shooting. She steps up to the line and misses. And you could feel Nadine Schmidt take control right after that.
She's just been a wonder to watch.
Let's take a look. Schmidt surveys the court. She wants to get set into position here closer to the basket. That's why she gives it up to Boleen. It doesn't take Boleen long to figure out that she wants to go to Schmidt. 3 defenders on Schmidt.
Lisa Olson with the hand up in her face, and she still gets nothing but net.
39 points on the night.
Here you see it from the other angle.
3 defenders on Nadine Schmidt, and tall defenders. The 3 tallest people Marion Montpelier have, Kurt.
Look at the rotation on that ball.
Nothing but net. 6 seconds. 60-59. Braddock leading Marion Montpelier.
Full court pressure for the Bobcats. Abby Barch along the baseline. Jolene Schultz, 5 seconds left. Barb Schmidt, 3, 2. Barb Schmidt casts the 3. It's short. Braddock is the 1988 state champion. Nadine Schmidt being hugged by Wanda Schwab.
Unofficially 39 points, the game-winning bucket, and I'm sure in about 5 minutes from now she'll receive the announcement that she is Miss Basketball. She finishes with 41 points. Nadine Schmidt, 41 points in tonight's championship game.
You saw Nadine getting a hug from Wanda Schwab, Miss Basketball from last year, from Esmond Maddock, and one of the shots down there on the floor.
Nadine Schmidt shatters, and I mean shatters, her own record for most points scored in a championship game. Last year, Nadine scored 25 against Esmond Maddock. Tonight, 41 points. She is the best I've ever seen. Unquestionably.
There you see Nadine in the middle of everyone, right where she loves to be, and she deserves it.
And I see my eye on Barb Schmidt from Marion, Montpelier being interviewed. Not any tears in Barb Schmidt's eyes, a smile on her face, knowing that that girl, that Schmidt, carried her team tonight, carried her all year to the state championship.
41 of the Bobcats, 60 points tonight from Nadine Schmidt.
Nothing but respect between these two clubs and the individuals that we've talked about at great length tonight. Barb Schmidt, Nadine Schmidt, not to forget about all the other people on both sides of the ball.
Dan, you know, Del told me earlier in the year when I was down to do a story with him,
Del Swalene
in Braddock, that I was asking him, how do these kids look, the four starters around Nadine, compared to the four starters around Nadine last year? And of course, that team last year, they really thought had a good shot at winning that state tournament. And there you see Coach Del Swalene. And he told me, I think these four can do it. He said, I think these four can be better than last year.
Well, I think the quote of the week, maybe the quote of the year, Coach Swalene earlier this week told someone here in Minot, even though he had four starters, he said, with 26 kids in grades 9 through 12, you really don't stand in line to break into the starting lineup. And there you take a look at Barb Schmidt, a sure all-stater, a sure all-tournament team. Barb, like Nadine, playing her last high school game.
And quite a game it was. Lead changes, big leads, all of a sudden back to small leads, and back and forth. And a last-second shot to win it.
With 6 seconds left, Schmidt hit her final field goal to put her over the 40 mark and put Braddock up to stay. Barb Schmidt tried a desperation shot, didn't hit iron. And Braddock wins its first ever. So we have two first ever girls basketball champions this year. Grand Forks Red River, Class A champion, and the Braddock Bobcats, the Class B champions.
And Braddock, of course, we've said it before, the smallest school in the tournament.
And let's go down to the floor now for the presentation of awards.
Would the teams and cheerleaders of those teams participating in the championship game line up on the free throw line, their respective free throw lines, please? The teams and cheerleaders and coaches.
Kirk, Nadine Schmidt not only broke the single game championship scoring mark tonight, she broke the state tournament record for most points in a tournament. The record has been standing since 1978. Laura Hummel had 96 with the 41-point effort tonight. Nadine Schmidt closes with 102 points in 3 games.
presenting those awards, a member of the North Dakota High School Activities Board, Superintendent Cal Seiler from South Hart. Cheerleaders, Susan Pfaff, Rita Kramer, Carrie Schmidt, Bobby Kuipers, Tara Wagner, Jamie DeVries, Pete Limvier, Ryan Maddock, Justin Greer, Eric Kuipers, players, number 10, Jolene Schultz, number 12, Dana McCleary, number 14, Christy McCarthy, number 20, Lisa Willert, number 22, Nikki Peterson, number 24, Abby Barch.
Abby Barch finishes the game with 18 points.
Number 30, Don Schmidt.
I just looked at Nadine Schmidt and Barb Schmidt. They're waving at each other as the awards are being passed out.
Number 34, Laurelyn Van Bruggen.
Van Bruggen playing her last game tonight. She was a senior.
Number 42, Brenda McCarthy. Number 44, Barb Schmidt.
Barb Schmidt finishing with a team-high 20 points, 4 three-pointers.
And a big ovation from the Braddock basketball team. Nothing but class between these two teams.
And the head coach for the Eagles, Bob Thorson.
Well, Bob Thorson doesn't have anything to be ashamed of. Closes the year suffering their first defeat in this championship game.
Participation award.
End the season at 26-1.
Number 11, Serena Mock.
Serena Mock, a senior.
Sonia Fitz. Number 15, Nadine Schmidt. Number 21, Clarice Boland. Number 23, Sarah Lyer. 25, Amy Seville. 31, Kim Hager.
Well, you know the road between Steele and Braddock's going to be lined with cars tomorrow, whatever the route they take home. Be a big homecoming, I'm sure, in Braddock tomorrow.
41, Shanna Wobaum.
Shelley Mock, just a sophomore. She'll be back for 2 more years.
51, Carrie Eberhardt.
Terry Eberhardt, a junior. Del Swallian will have much of his team coming back.
Todd Richter. And the head coach of the Bobcats, Del Swallian.
Bobcats chanting, "We're number 1," and the Eagles chanting, "We're number 2." They're both proud at this moment.
To make some special presentations, the president of the board of directors of the North Dakota High School Activities, superintendent of schools from Cavalier, Mel Olson.
Thank you, Terry. On behalf of the board of directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association, I would certainly like to thank tournament manager Terry Jelmstead and the many, many people here in Minot who've worked hard for months to make this tournament a success. They've done a great job. Let's give them a hand. And now I'd like to make 2 special awards, and these awards are sponsored by the North Dakota High School Activities Association. The first one is the Spirit Award. The Spirit Award is awarded to that school whose fans and cheerleaders showed the most spirit throughout the entire tournament. And there's no doubt this year, I need to tell you that the recipient of the award is selected by a group of cheerleading advisors. And there's no doubt who the winner is this year. The winner is Montpelier Marion.
Well, the M&M bunch, they have some male cheerleaders. They have a lot of fun.
They certainly did have a lot of spirit. There's no doubt about that.
All their fans are planted in the orange cap with M&M on it.
Is the Sportsmanship Award. The Sportsmanship Award is awarded to that coach and that team who displayed the best sportsmanship throughout the tournament. And these people are selected by the tournament officials and bench personnel. And to make the award this year is Dean Koppelman, the Superintendent Linton, and the winner of the Sportsmanship Award for 1988 is Mohall.
Mohall doesn't go home empty-handed, even though they lost all 3 games.
The Mohall Yellow Jackets, Dave Shook.
He's a great coach. I mean, he did the job at New England St. Mary's. He goes up to Mohall and has them in the tournament this year. And Dave's a heck of a nice guy, a first-class guy, and an excellent coach.
And they came a long way from last year. This team didn't win many games last year, Dave was telling me. And they've had an excellent season this year, coming into the tournament at 18-6. Champions of Region 6. There you see the Mohall kids coming down to accept their Sportsmanship Award.
The next award is for the Coach of the Year in 1988 in girls basketball. To present that award will be the immediate past president of the North Dakota High School Coaches Association from Esmond, Dwight Lear.
Thank you, Terry. The State Coaches Association sponsors a Coach of the Year award at the district and the regional level, with each winner proceeding on to the next higher level. And this vote is taken from the Class B girls basketball coaches in North Dakota. This year, the State Coach of the Year is from Watford City, Tom Selsley. Could Tom come down, please?
Well, Tom did a great job after losing the Waldals to Beach. Tom did a heck of a coaching job this year and got his team to the state tournament, beat Beach in the semifinals, end up winning 3rd place in the tournament.
I'm sure there were plenty of people around that kind of wrote off Watford City when they heard that the Waldals had left.
No doubt about it.
Watford City had plenty of talent, and Tom did a good job with that team this year. They come to the 3rd place game again, and they walk home with the 3rd place trophy. Tom Selsley from Watford City.
Watford City, like Esmond Maddock, so rich in girls basketball tradition. I mean, they are not strangers to the state tournament by any means.
To present the all-tournament team, the sports editor of the Monte Daily News, Matt Kucheski.
There are 5 unanimous choices to this year's all-tournament team, and I don't think you'd be surprised by any of the names that will be announced here shortly.
We've got some great players in this tournament. We have to announce here 10 people, 10 girls that made the 1988 State Class B Girls All-Tournament team, selected by broadcasters, newspaper reporters, and media covering this tournament. To start with, these are in no particular order until I get to the unanimous choices. And I'd like these people to come down here so all the people in the dome can get a good look at you. Angie Brill from Hillsborough. Angie. Come on down.
She's way up in the stands with the rest of her teammates. It's going to take her a while to get down here. Burroughs finished 6th in the state tournament. There she comes.
Carrie Farsby from Beach.
Carrie Farspeed with an excellent season for the Beach Bucks.
Also from the Beach Buccaneers, Jackie Waldo.
We've talked about the Waldows at length and their situation. A real basketball family. Of course, their father outstanding at Dickinson State.
From Marion, Montpelier, Abby Barch.
Abby with 18 tonight, an excellent tournament.
Abby came into this tournament on the season, averaged 11 points, scored 18 tonight, had 18 last night. Shelly Mock, a sophomore.
Right, the following 5 people were, for all intents and purposes, unanimous choices. From Esmond Maddock, Renelle Lear.
Renelle Lear led her team to the victory in the first round. She had only shot 1 3-point field goal on the season and hit 2 in the final 4 minutes of the opening round game.
Nikki Mogan from Watford City with a 31-point performance in the first game this evening.
The center for the Storm Queens of Starkweather, Denise Kitch.
Speaking of a scoring machine, Denise Kitch racked up some big point totals in this tournament. She's a returning All-Stater from last year.
We have 2 more selections. I don't think these will come as any surprise at all.
Kitch finished the tournament with 75 points.
The M&M Eagles, Barb Schmidt. Last, certainly not least, from Braddock, Nadine Schmidt. Let's give all 10 of these girls a hand as well as
The 1988 Class B girls state basketball all-tournament team. And there's Barb and Nadine hugging each other.
Picture worth 1,000 words.
Right, we're not done with the special awards for basketball players. Here to present a special award, the annual Miss Basketball Award, is the sports editor from the Bismarck Tribune, Abe Winter.
Thank you, Matt. Before I get started, I did say that I'd tell my son I would embarrass him tonight. He's hospitalized in Grand Forks, so hi, Scott. See you tomorrow. The finalists for the Miss Basketball Award were selected last week during the Class A state tournament in Jamestown. As always, it's a tough decision to get it down to 5. The 5 finalists were from Minot, Shea Smurl, from Braddock, Nadine Schmidt, from Max, Lene Wagner, from Starkweather, Denise Kitch, and from Fargo Shanley, Leanna Heastand, who this week announced she would play next year at Nebraska. The vote was close. All the ballots are inside this envelope. I do, of course, know who won. The Miss Basketball Award has become one of the top awards presented annually by the North Dakota Associated Press, Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association. Not only does it combine basketball ability, also leadership, sportsmanship, and scholastic achievement. Before we announce this year's winner, I'd like you to greet last year's winner from Esmond Maddock, Wanda Schwab. Wanda is attending Valley City State College, and she's on hand to help me greet this year's winner, who set 3 state tournament records, 102 points, 50 field goals, 41 points in the championship game, Nadine Schmidt of Braddock.
can make it a clean sweep.
It was a great tournament. I don't think you could have asked for a better tournament. It moves to Bismarck next year. I don't know how we'll cap this. Hopefully it'll be a good one just as these last 15 were here. Thank you very much. Now I'll turn it back to Terry Jelmstead.
Well, as I reflect on this championship game, a swing again of momentum. Braddock had the early momentum. Schmidt went nuts in the first quarter. Middle of the second quarter, Marion Montpelier's defense kind of took over. And then in the last few minutes of the game, it was Nadine Schmidt again.
Basketball games I see. Runners up this year, the Marion Montpelier Eagles.
Here's the awarding of the second place trophy to Marion Montpelier. The 1988 runners-up at North Dakota Class B girls basketball. And now you'll get to hear one more roar as the Braddock Bobcats get their trophy.
The Bobcats from Braddock. Thank you very much. You have a 6-minute game.
I'm surprised it didn't have a wrap. We saw Red River after they won the State A tournament last week have a wrap. Watford City had a wrap after they won the third place game. Of course, as you pointed out in your package, they were making banners and that kind of stuff, so maybe they didn't have time to come up with a wrap. They had to get the banners going. We're going to be back in a second to wrap this thing up. You're watching the Class B girls basketball tournament along the North Dakota NBC network.
Suddenly, you're closer to a new Chevrolet than you think. Chevrolet has announced cash rebates up to $1,000. Yes, $1,000 cash back on Celebrity. Get $750 cash back on any new Caprice, or $400 on Corsica. Even $500 on Beretta, West Dakota's value of the year. If you didn't have a down payment before, now you do. But it all ends soon. See your nearest West Dakota Chevrolet dealer today.
The weather is one thing you can't order from your Cenex or Land O'Lakes Cooperative, but you can order propane or heating oil to see you through these cold, wet times.
And you can take advantage of the budget pay home heating plan that will make life a lot easier. We average your annual usage into 12 equal payments. Plus, you can avoid running out of fuel by asking for automatic refills. It's the easy life with our convenient budget pay home heating plan.
So play your cards right. Order heating oil or propane from your local Cenex or Land O'Lakes Cooperative.
Back at the Minot State Dome with Marion Montpelier coach Bob Thorson. Bob, incredible game. This is the championship game you like to see, although someone has to come out on top. Were you pleased, though, overall, with the way they did?
Hey, I'm very pleased. Our girls, we come back to begin with. Early in the game, we come back. We got right back in the game. We took a lead. They come back. No, our girls played a total of 32 minutes, as hard as they could. I can't be happier for them.
Just one of those days where whichever way the luck falls, huh?
That's right. You get to a state tournament final, you got to expect it's going to be a tight game, and somebody's got to come down one point short.
I made the observation, I know a lot of people did here, truly impressed with the sportsmanship your team displayed out there. Smiles, little tears here and there, but lots of smiles too.
Oh yeah, they realized they had to keep their heads up. We had a whale of a season, and the girls realized that. Hey, they're young adults, and they show it.
Okay, terrific. Thanks so much. Congratulations, Bob.
Thank you.
Okay, Barb Schmidt, come on in. First of all, Barb and Abby, we'll do them together. Barb, terrific individual effort, good team effort, but you're up against Nadine Schmidt, another Schmidt.
Yeah.
What's it like out there in that kind of a game?
I don't know. We had talked about it earlier in the week, and we just said we were going to go out and have fun. Nadine and I did, and she's a super ball player, and I don't know. I'm so happy she got Miss Basketball. Not taking anything away from the other girls, but I was just really happy she got it.
Okay, what a great sport. Okay, Abby Barch, you're a junior. You got another year to go. Stay in here, Barb. Abby, one more year to go. Are you going to do it next year?
We're going to try. We're going to work hard, and we're going to try to get up here again, and we're just going to work hard, just like we did this year, and we're happy.
Does it make things better that you guys won the Spirit Award?
Yeah.
I mean, your fans were nuts. I was standing up in the stands, and they were crazy.
They're just great. I don't know what we'd do without them. We have the best fans in the world. They're the best. No doubt.
Any one last thing you want to say to the folks back in Marion Montpelier?
Can I say hi to somebody?
I suppose.
Hi, Jackie, Corey, and Lisa in Sergeant Central.
Okay, congratulations. Let's go over.
Thanks, guys. We're here with the state champion Braddock Bobcats, joined by Nadine Schmidt and Shelly Mock. And Nadine, an unbelievable career capped off tonight with the state championship. You got to be feeling fantastic.
I am. Yeah, I don't think I've felt this great before in my life. It's just a high, I guess.
Boy, Marion Montpelier came out in that second half and took it to you guys for a while, and but you got back in it there at the end of the game, obviously.
Yeah, we kind of settled down too much in the third quarter, and they came back in a way, but we just tried to hold ourselves together and stay with them, and I guess we did.
Okay, how about as time was running down, you guys were down by 1 point. You knew that you had to make a bucket. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, we had it in the timeout. Swalley said that he kind of wanted it in my hands. So Serena came down, and I broke into the middle, and I got it. And when I shot it, it felt good, and it went in. I don't know.
Unbelievably, we got you unofficially for 41 points. Outstanding effort, Nadine.
Thank you.
Also,
that's all I can say.
Also, your career capped off tonight, Miss Basketball winner. Congratulations on that effort as well.
Thank you. That means a whole lot to me, getting that award.
Okay,
so
congratulations, Nadine. Also joining us is Shelly Mock. Shelly, first of all, congratulations on a state championship.
Thanks. It feels really good. I never thought we'd ever make it. I'm sure glad we did.
What was going through your mind at the end there? Early in the second half, you guys trailed by as many as 9 points. What was going through your mind there then?
We thought we were going to lose. We had to get on the boards and shoot it soft and make sure they went in. So it was pretty easy. It was scary at the end.
Okay, late in the fourth quarter, then you were down by 1 point, and obviously Nadine came down and with 6 seconds left hit the winning shot.
Yeah, we were told, like Nadine said, to give it to her if she's open, and she got it, and it went in, and we were glad.
Okay, congratulations, Shelly.
Thanks.
Also with us from the state champion Braddock Bobcats is the coach from Braddock, and that is Del Swalane. Del, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Obviously, outstanding effort from the entire team, as well as Nadine Schmidt.
Absolutely. They all did a super job.
What about, tell us a little bit about that second half. Marion Montpelier came out smoking out of the locker room.
Definitely, and we got caught short. We relaxed a little bit on Schmidt, and she canned some three-pointers on us. Definitely put us in the hole, and we had to take time out, and then I put Pauline on the bench for about a minute to rest her up with the idea of putting her in as a chaser on Schmidt.
You were down by as many as 9 points in the second half. Were you getting a little worried?
You're darn right. Yes, let's call it a spade a spade. Yes, I was scared.
Okay, thanks a lot again. Congratulations, Del.
You bet. Thank you.
Let's go back upstairs to Kirk and Dad.
Okay, Don, I think it's worth another look. 6 seconds left in the game. We all knew that Nadine Schmidt would take the shot. And as we replay the last few seconds, Boleen, and as I pointed out, Schmidt had the 3 tallest Marion Montpelier players on her. But just her form is uncanny. That is picturesque form.
That's a jump shot the way a jump shot is supposed to be shot.
And look at the celebration. And that was the beginning of it all as Braddock, with 26 kids in grades 9 through 12, win their first ever state championship.
And let me put that into a little bit of perspective also. If you add in the 8th graders, of course, there are some 8th graders on this team. The 8th grade class is a big one. There's 11 of them. So we go to 37 kids at Braddock High School in grades 8 through 12. 3 girls are not on the girls basketball team. But wait, 1 is the student manager.
That's right.
So she is on the team. 2 girls at Braddock High School in grades 8 through 12 do not play on this basketball team.
13 of 15 girls involved with the basketball program, and you know those other 2 are probably the biggest fans in the school.
Have to be. It's just been a great night. It's really been a lot of fun. You look back to last week, you look back to this week and what we've seen, and we've had a couple of great championship games, and we'll look forward to hockey and then to boys basketball here on the NBC network.
It's been a lot of fun. We want to thank the crew here in Minot, also all around the state. Braddock is the state champion, and we want to thank Braddock and Marion Montpelier for a great championship game, and thank all 8 teams for a great state tournament.
coverage of the final games of the 1988 Girls Class B basketball tournament has been brought to you in part by your West Dakota Chevy dealers. Interstate Seed, because you believe in quality. The North Dakota Beef Commission, real food for real people. Job Service of North Dakota, request the test. And by Cenex Land O'Lakes, providing quality petroleum products, automotive accessories, and crop inputs. This has been a sports exclusive of the North Dakota NBC Network.